A young aspiring novelist called Stingo moves to Brooklyn for inspiration. He finds it in his friendship with Nathan, a young eccentric man who claims to be a Jewish biologist, and Nathan's lover, a Polish Holocaust survivor named Sophie. But their relationship, with Nathan's erratic mood swings and the shadows from Sophie's past that still haunt her, is not as happy as it might seem. This is the premise to Sophie's Choice, the 1982 film that earned Meryl Streep her Academy Award and is still regarded by many critics as her finest cinematic appearance. And hey, I love Meryl Streep and I love Holocaust stories, so let's take a look at this movie to find out what's all the fuss about.
Do you follow me?
Not guilty.
Fight in here. This is a
You're
war.
out, kid.
Why is the run go? Serious.
I know what you're thinking. These people are strange. On Sundays, we like to dress up a little differently and go out.
Okay.
It's okay? I knew you'd understand. You see, everybody out there dresses the same. Look at those poor, pathetic people out there. Look at them. Drones, all walking down the street, all look alike, all wearing the same drab, boring uniform. You're boring! Morning!
There's a reason why there are so many stories regarding World War II. It was huge. A lot of stuff happened and there's a lot of compelling opportunities for storytelling. The Holocaust often gets the storytelling treatment, and this story particularly looks at the aftermath for one survivor. Though the story is told primarily from the point of view of Stingo, the young Southern aspiring writer, it's really Sophie's story. The friendship that forms between these three characters, Nathan, Stingo, and Sophie, is a really fascinating one, particularly with Nathan's erratic mood swings and his bouts of jealousy. In the best of times, he's happy, carefree, and a little eccentric and wild, but never to the point that it's dangerous in any way. He loves Sophie dearly, and Stingo is his very best friend who he would do anything for. In the worst of times, however, he's completely irrational and occasionally violent. He is deeply jealous of Sophie and suspects that she might be cheating on him, and is even more jealous of the close friendship that is forming between Sophie and Stingo. What's all the fuss about? 2 words. Meryl Streep. Like I said, many critics still hail this as Streep's best performance, and I have to side with the critics on this one. Anytime I see a movie with Streep in it, I am continually impressed at her ability to completely immerse herself in the character that she is playing, and you definitely see that in this movie. We see Sophie at many different times in her life, as the naive typist, as the frightened almost rebel, as the prisoner of war, as the broken Holocaust survivor, and in the present day, supposedly healed but still suffering from what she experienced. It's a very difficult character to play because there are so many facets to it, but Meryl Streep does a beautiful job. The other 2 leading actors, Kevin Kline and Peter MacNicol, do a good job of playing their characters as well. Kevin Kline definitely presents the dual nature of Nathan's personality. You do genuinely like him because in the best of times he seems like a nice enough guy, but you're also a little afraid of him because you see what he can be capable of in the worst of times. And you know that he could switch at any moment, so you're constantly on edge when he's around. MacNicol plays the innocent country boy who's taking this all in and who's trying to maintain his loyalty to both Nathan and Sophie, even though it seems impossible. We buy the friendship, the romance, and the tension all at the same time, and we really feel the pain that both Sophie and Stingo go through when Nathan becomes unreasonable. In addition to all that, the story is really compelling, the cinematography is absolutely beautiful, especially in the flashback sequences, and this is another instance where narration is being used effectively. I think it's often overshadowed by other Holocaust films, but it's definitely one of the greats. It deserves to be on the list, the fuss is merited, and on the worth meter, I would give this a worth owning. Check it out if you haven't already. Again, it's not an upper, but it's a wonderful film. And the next film we'll be looking at is what used to be number 91 on the AFI list, the musical My Fair Lady. See you then.